Diversification in crypto does not work, and I'm going to explain to you why. When people first get into crypto, they think, oh, I need to buy all these different coins, and they start researching. And once they start researching, they think this coin's good and that coin's good. So they buy a little bit of each and every coin. And I always run into people who want to get into crypto or who are already in crypto and they have 10, 20, 30 different coins. But the thing is, diversification keeps you rich, but it doesn't make you rich. Concentration makes you rich. And that's basically how you make most of your money in crypto. And I've experienced it multiple different times throughout my crypto journey since I started about 7 or 8 years ago. Now, when I first got in late 2017, it was close to the end of the market, and I bought Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. Those were the 3 coins I bought. And that was pretty much the extent of my diversification. And I always kind of felt internally that diversification was the wrong way to do things in crypto, and I'll explain to you why. Then in the 2020 cycle, I was enamored with Ethereum, and I had about $60,000. And I was in the middle of buying a house, so I didn't want to rock the boat. So I waited a bit, and by that point, Ethereum was at around $400, and I went all in on Ethereum with the $60,000 that I had. And next thing I know, my portfolio is up to $750,000. And sorry, and through round trips and a few bad trading mistakes, I traded it down to zero and became suicidal and almost offed myself. I did not, thankfully, but I was in a very, very, very bad place mentally. I remember I went to Florida. I didn't have much money left, but I was like, I need to go on a vacation. I need to get out of the house. I went to Florida. I called my cousin, just completely broken. And then what happened was, but you can kind of see, okay, so sure, if once I had made that $750,000, it probably would have been smart to sell it, but I didn't sell it, or diversify or whatever, but I didn't do that. However, that concentrated amount of money in one coin. So imagine if 2021 was unique because there's so many coins pumping, but imagine if I put 30% in Ethereum and then 70% across like 10 other coins. There were some underperformers that market, that bull run. So it would have never hit that peak is what I'm trying to tell you guys, basically. So whatever, I lost the money. I round tripped. I ended up getting a job at an L1, and I started working at this L1. And my mindset, again, is always to pick an asset and go all in. Go all into the asset. And I'll play a clip for you guys with this really good crypto trader where he says that his approach is all in one asset, right? You build conviction in everything in the asset. You go all in and you just hold it all the way through. And I got this job at this L1, and I really believed in the L1, and I put pretty much almost all my money into it. I got paid and I would buy the asset. I got paid and I would buy the asset. And when I got there, it was around $40 or $50. And then FTX collapsed and the coin collapsed to about $5. So all my money was in this coin. It collapsed, and I was like, there's no way that I'm going to lose all my money again. And I kept buying this coin. I kept buying it, and I bought it, and last January it went all the way up to $40 or $50, and I was buying it at between $5 and $10. It was bouncing between $5 and $10 this whole time, pretty much the whole time I was there, until we finally, got it to go, to $50 or $60 through shipping, all these apps and updates and everything like that. And I cashed out, right? And that's when I started my trading journey in crypto and doing it full time. I've been doing it full time for 1 year now. And again, it was a concentrated bet, okay? And then from there, I shipped all into Solana, and I ran up my portfolio to about $500,000 early this year. So I was sitting on $500,000, and again, I made a few mistakes. I made some trading mistakes and almost went broke. Long story short, I turned it around, and I hit peanut, and I swung a few AI coins, and I'm good now. I got all my money back and then some. So I lost some recently making some forced trades. However, the point is that I've been all in on crypto for about 4.5 years. I've had all my money in crypto for 4.5 years, pretty much. I keep very minimal cash, and everything else I put into crypto. When you diversify, it caps your upside, is what I'm trying to tell you guys. It caps your upside because you're taking this risk and you're diluting your portfolio. Of course, if you get up to $5, $10, $20, $30 million, that's a different game. That's when you diversify. When I worked at a Bitcoin hedge fund, working with high net individuals, their goal when they have $30 million isn't to get $60 million. Their goal is to protect their wealth and not go broke. Not necessarily not go broke, but if they get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% gains every year, they're happy. But when you're at my phase or your phase where you're starting with a small portfolio and you're trying to get to millions, concentration is the way to go, because it does a couple things. First off, it helps you build conviction. Conviction in crypto is one of the most powerful things that you can have and develop. And it forces you to choose. If you notice that, when you go to restaurants and there's so many different options to choose from, people freeze up. They don't know which one to go with. There's too many good choices. They're hungry. They can't make their decision. And then what is it? In-N-Out Burger or something like that only has like a few menu items. There's only a few choices. It's way easier to pick a burger. It's simple. You buy it and then you move on, right? With crypto, it's just that you're drastically capping your upside. You got to pick an asset. Now, you can do this one of a few ways. Like, I have a friend who has 20 different altcoins, and I kept telling him, I was like, dude, cut it down to 5. Like, you don't need 20 altcoins. They're going to underperform. And people get addicted to watching all these different coins go up. But he only has like 200 or 300 in an altcoin at a time. Like a few hundred here, a few hundred there. And if he took, I don't know how much he has, $5, $10, $20,000, and put it into one coin like Solana or one of the AI meme coins or something, he could easily 3 to 5x. Let's just say he has 10K, right? But instead he has it spread across 20 different coins. Some of them are going to 5x. Some of them are going to underperform, gain 25%. Some of them are going to go down. So let's just say he has 500 across, 20 different coins or whatever. And then one of them 5x's, he has 2,500. It's just like that 2,500 could instead be the 50K if you just picked one asset. Now, it's difficult. You have to be a sniper. You have to develop that skill set. But trading and investing isn't easy. It's not for the faint of heart. Some people, you will go broke. Sometimes you pick the wrong asset. Sometimes you trade the wrong meme coins like I did in 2021. And then you have to sit there patiently or cut your losses, and then you have to make a decision and move on from there. But you just have to remember, concentration makes you rich. Diversification keeps you rich. You look at Michael Saylor, and it happens on social media too. Like it has a very, very similar effect. On social media, you can grow your following by choosing one asset and posting about it relentlessly, and you build social capital. Posting about that one asset over and over and over again. The same thing goes with crypto. You go all in on one asset and you join the community. You better pick right. It's not easy. It's not for the faint of heart, but that's how you get multiple. That's how you get many multiples. And right now I'm in Solana, and I keep people keep asking me about Sui. They're like, buy Sui. I was like, there's nothing going on in the ecosystem. I can go all in on Solana and then deploy Sol into memes or AI coins, and then I can get many multiples. You focus on one ecosystem. I mean, look at these XRP people, the XRP army. Hats off to them. They DCA'd for it hasn't gone up to all-time highs in 8 years, and they've been dollar cost averaging this whole time. Complete patience. While there's been multiple bull cycles and it's underperformed. And now you have these XRP people who are just like absolutely rich, right? So now, again, if you pick the wrong asset like Ethereum, right, then you're in a very, very difficult spot. And it's very difficult for ETH maxis because that's their personality, right? They've basically cornered themselves into being bullish Ethereum no matter what. They could have switched to Solana midway through when the writing was on the wall and things were changing, but they were stubborn and they stuck with Ethereum. So that is also the downside. Now, you could have been one of those guys that did 50% Solana, 50% Ethereum just to be safe. But then guess what? That caps your Solana upside. You could have put all that money into Solana and it could have ripped. And you would have had many multiples from there. So that's pretty much my thoughts on concentration. Concentration gets you rich. Diversification keeps you rich. So let me know your thoughts. I appreciate you guys are watching. I'm going to do more vlogs like this and just give my thoughts on crypto and the markets. And have a good day.